Once upon a time, in a lush green garden, there lived a tiny caterpillar named Curious. Curious was always wondering about the world around him. He loved to climb trees, munch on leaves, and watch the birds fly high above. One evening, Curious was sitting on a big, juicy leaf, watching the sun set. As the sky turned shades of pink and orange, Curious noticed a bright, shining object in the distance. It was the moon. Curious had never seen the moon so close before. He decided to climb to the top of the tallest tree in the garden to get a better look. As Curious climbed higher and higher, he felt a strange tingling sensation. Suddenly, he felt himself floating. He looked down and saw that he was no longer on the tree. He was flying towards the moon. Curious was both excited and scared. He had never flown before, but as he got closer to the moon, he realized it was even more beautiful than he had imagined. It was a giant, glowing ball with craters and valleys. Curious landed gently on the moon's surface. He hopped and skipped around exploring the strange new world. He found sparkling crystals, bouncing rocks, and even a tiny moon rabbit. As the sun began to rise, Curious knew it was time to go home. He thanked the moon for the adventure and waved goodbye. With a gentle push, he started floating back towards Earth. When Curious landed back in the garden, he was greeted by his friends, the birds. They had been worried about him but were happy to see him safe. Curious told them all about his amazing adventure to the moon, and they listened in awe. From that day on, Curious was known as the bravest caterpillar in the garden. And whenever he looked up at the moon, he would remember his magical adventure and smile.